I'm Olivia, a custody advisor at Wall Street Prison Consultants. Today I'm going to explain the ramifications utilizing a public defender, or paid lawyer. When individuals find themselves entangled in the federal judicial system, one of the pivotal decisions they face is choosing legal representation. While some opt for federal public defenders due to financial constraints, others might lean towards private attorneys. Both paths come with their unique advantages and challenges. Federal public defenders are appointed to defendants who cannot afford private counsel in federal cases. The right to a defense attorney, even if one cannot afford it, is a fundamental principle enshrined in the U.S. Constitution. Federal public defenders are provided by the government at no charge to eligible individuals, ensuring this right is upheld. Private lawyers are hired and paid for by defendants or their families. The choice of attorney and the nature of the attorney-client relationship is more flexible, as clients can select someone they feel is the best fit for their case. The primary advantage of using a public defender is cost. Individuals deemed unable to afford a private attorney are provided with a federal public defender free of charge. Retaining a private attorney can be expensive, with costs varying based on the attorney's experience, reputation, and the complexity of the case. However, the flexibility to choose might be worth the expense for some defendants. Often, public defenders manage a high volume of cases due to the vast number of defendants who cannot afford private counsel. This can sometimes limit the time they can dedicate to each client. Typically, private attorneys have more control over their caseload. They can choose to take on fewer cases, allowing them to dedicate more time and resources to each client. Despite the myth that public defenders are less competent, many are incredibly skilled, specializing in federal defense, and possessing a deep understanding of the federal court system. However, they might have limited resources in terms of private investigators or expert witnesses due to budget constraints. A well-funded private defense team might have more resources at its disposal, including the ability to hire top experts or conduct more extensive pretrial research. Some might harbor a bias against public defenders, assuming they are less competent or invested. However, most public defenders are passionate advocates dedicated to ensuring justice for their clients. The decision between a federal public defender and a private lawyer often hinges on a combination of financial considerations, personal preferences, and the specific nature of the case. Both paths offer distinct advantages. Ultimately, the effectiveness of representation isn't solely about public versus private, but about the knowledge, dedication, and passion of the attorney in question. Every defendant should be well informed about their options and choose the path that aligns best with their needs and circumstances. For more information and assistance on understanding federal criminal defense lawyers, you should consider hiring a prison consultant.